try to welcome you in my language, and we do that quite often. I say, Yuna Gullenbu, Gibi Bangbu, Goan Banadu, Ninyogi, Waradrigu, Nyuramungu, Waradri Mayanganang, Ninyogi, Niniyanay. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Wiradjuri country. Wiradjuri people are happy that you to this land have come.
One of the roles we have in our program is to oversee the River Dreaming educational tours. These tours are set along the Lachlan River, giving students and adults the opportunity to engage looking at the river system and the environment from inside a riverbank outwards. We believe it's a great way to educate the youth. It provides them an outdoor classroom and gives kids an opportunity to actually have hands-on activities which engage them into team leadership, skills developing, and encourage kids to come out with self-confidence and self-esteem. Each River Dreaming tour has 2 educational officers aboard. The responsibility and roles of these officers is to ensure the safety of all participants along on the tour. They're also there to actually engage landholders, government agencies to come along and actually speak to these students about issues and environmental impacts that occur along the river, to show the students how they can help and support the future of our river system.
Well, there was lots of stuff we learnt, definitely, and we learned about Aboriginal carvings in trees and how the Coolamans, and they made canoes, and there was also, we learned a lot about respect for the environment, and we learned a lot about team building and cooperation on the canoes.
The canoe trips were designed to bring them out in the actual environment that we're working towards improving, challenge them in a new way, get them to do something physical that they wouldn't normally do.
I don't think I heard a kid complain all day about having to paddle. And to come out here and to paddle, 16 or 17 Ks was sort of, fairly major effort. And they're still over there behind us now, sort of it's getting close to 10 o'clock, and they're still over there running around having a ball.
Bringing people out onto the river and getting them to paddle along it for a few days is just really good connection to get with that river. You can see the problems along the river, and you can see how people are using the river and interacting with it.
Yeah, well, definitely the willows are a major problem in the river system because they catch the silk and cover up all the fish holes for breeding, so the native fish can't breed. And the European carp just such a problem. They're breeding so quickly and we can't stop them.
1 million eggs from one female.
Most of us drive past at 100 k's an hour and don't really get in touch and feel the river, but when you're on the water you get in touch with it, you're feeling it, you're breathing it, smelling it. It gives you a whole different perspective about river health and how important it is and what's impacting the river, whether it's cattle and sheep on the banks or it's erosion gullies coming into the river. It could be weeds on the banks, no snags, or there are snags, where the good fish habitat is, where there's bad fish habitat. We can sort of describe that to people as they're going down the river and they really get in touch with it. I'd love to do this every day of the week if I could.
A lot of the time students will go back and remember more of what they've learnt today than what they do if we were trying to do the same thing in the classroom.
Even though we've had other people come and actually talk in more formal classroom situations, something out here as informal as this is sitting around a campfire, that's something that you can't do that at school. And the kids actually sort of sitting there and listening and actually taking part in it as well.
They just work with people that they don't normally sit with or they're not necessarily in the same class with. It did prove challenging, but it was good for them both to have to work out how to get along.
It's just teamwork, nothing else. Just work together, be nice to each other and you'll just go just fine.
You can trust your mates, you've got to learn to trust other people.
In the classroom, I'm a cranky old maths teacher. Mathematics is a subject that probably 80% of students don't enjoy, so getting out here and getting to be involved with those kids, they see me in a different light and I get to see them in a different light. You watch the way they're behaving on the water and you don't know whether they're really taking much in, but seeing them sit around talking to Russell this morning and last night, they do learn, they really do. They learn in this environment.
A few of the kids have started to target our boat for some reason. How can they?
My most favourite experiences on this tour was probably sitting around the campfire talking about how Aboriginals lived, and it was mostly about respect.
And the relaxation session was also a lot of fun. Use our creative minds to do it.
Well, my favourite activity would have to be in the mudslide. I love sliding down mud.
We sometimes have a cooking competition and everyone at the camp gets fed well. We actually do GPS training as well.
I definitely have to say it was a really good experience and I'd come back and do it again for sure.
definitely, it was something that I'd recommend any day.
I'd definitely encourage it because there were so many skills that were learnt.
Our high school is looking at probably implementing this every year. Kids in the country, I guess, do struggle and don't get a lot of opportunities, but this is right on their back door.
These tours will actually provide schools with the opportunity to look at the environment in a different way and see how their schools in future can work with projects with the Lachlan Catchment Management Authority to improve the environment, but also to provide a better future for all our kids. So don't miss your opportunity to come river dreaming. If you want to learn about our environment in an interactive outdoor classroom, call us now.